Alright, guys, so welcome in. I'm going to do this new little venture here. Each week in the NFL, I'm going to now break down a handful of games, handful of quarterbacks most likely that I thought stood out. First up this week, I wanted to look at Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals quarterback. Thought he had a great game. Yeah, I think he's an MVP candidate for the Cardinals. He does it all with his arms, with his legs. I pulled, I think, 4 clips from that game that I think really explain who he is as a passer. Obviously, he's still growing. He's only in his second year. We'll see. But I like what I've seen from him. And then I also wanted to take a little bit of a deep dive into Justin Herbert, who made his NFL debut Sunday against the Chiefs. Obviously, it's not an easy start to make. It was the Chargers' opening game in their new stadium. I think it's SoFi Stadium or whatever it's called. At home against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He's going to have to put up points. He didn't realize he was starting that game until I believe they said 5 to 10 seconds before kickoff, not even before the coin toss. They thought Tyrod Taylor was going to get the start. Didn't happen that way. He dealt with some injuries. But yeah, Herbert goes out there, has a really nice performance, made a rookie mistake that I get into, but other than that, overall great performance. They threw for like 311 yards. Deserves to be the starting quarterback moving forward. They've got to make a play. They got to give him a chance to work up his rapport with his receiving core. And yeah, I think if Anthony Lynn wants to stick with Tyrod Taylor, that's his choice. Obviously, I think he knows what's best for the team. But going off of film of what I saw from Herbert last week, popped off the tape for me, and I think he's clearly their best chance at winning. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll try to do more of this each week, and if there's anybody you guys want me to break down, to look at, it doesn't have to be a quarterback. That'll probably be what I'm looking at most, just because it's the easiest thing to kind of dive into and to explain for myself. But yeah, I'll try to watch as much as I can and give as much feedback as I can. But let me know in the comments if there's anything you guys want, if you guys like this idea, if you like the channel or not. But yeah, without further ado, here's the first set of clips with Kyler Murray. Hope you guys enjoy. Second quarter, week 2. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals up 14-0. Only about a minute and a half into the second quarter, they've been putting the game away. Looks like they're going to run away with this one. But I wanted to highlight this throw. So in the first quarter, we saw Kyler run the ball quite a bit. He had a couple really nice plays, including a little hop, skip, shimmy that got him into the end zone, but was called back due to a penalty. He had another run, I believe it was about 14 yards out. He rolled to the right side, took it up the sideline, and then cut it back inside at the last second and beat the defenders for the touchdown. But what I want to look at today is Kyler's throwing ability, because I know a lot of people are enamored with his ability to run, and rightfully so. He's one of the best in the league at that. I think it's down. I mean, it's him and Lamar Jackson are cream of the crop in terms of quarterbacks with the ball in their hands in the open field. But as you'll see here, Washington's going to get pressure up the gut, which you're going to see that from this guy right here. And then Andy Isabella is going to get a free release. Is going to be open down the field. It's going to be about a 55-yard throw. Very impressive. They use play action in a kind of a jet motion type pre-snap read to get the linebackers drawn in, expecting a bit of a run. Kyler takes a deep shot and makes him pay. So as you see here, ball is snapped. Linebackers all suck in. I mean, you see all these guys move forward. Safeties are even drawing forward, even though it looks like the Washington football team, as they're now called, looks like they're supposed to be playing too deep. Safeties suck in. Kyler sees it, and if you look over here, I mean, Andy Isabella is starting to get wide open. Pressure gets into Kyler's face. He throws the deep shot. It's a little bit underthrown. Misses him for what should have been a touchdown, but it's still a 54-yard gain, I believe is what it came down to. So if you look at it from the end zone angle here, play action, linebackers all suck in. Safeties, as you see it here in the back, they're trying to backpedal, and apologies for the screen in the top. But safeties and linebackers are trying to drop back, and then you're going to see this defensive tackle, I believe that's Deron Payne. He gets into Kyler's throwing frame, makes Kyler throw it a little bit off balance, can't step into it quite as much as he wants. So, I mean, that does factor into it being a little underthrown, but he still puts it right on the money It's a dime, like 54 yards in the air, or maybe closer to 60 yards in the air if you count for him being behind the line of scrimmage. Absolute dart. Huge play for Arizona, and not even probably the most impressive throw you're going to see from Kyler in this game. Now this next one we're going to look at, this is going to be a not very good throw from Kyler. I think he just misreads the defense here. He's backed up in his own territory. As you see, I think Arizona's at their own 9, I believe, after a punt, trying to keep momentum going. Kyler backs in. You'll see here this safety. We look like we've got Landon Collins dropping back. Kyler throws it across the middle. I think it's just a misread. I don't think he sees Landon Collins come up. Interception puts Washington right in their own scoring or red zone. Not great. Not a mistake you want to make. Arizona makes him pay. They end up getting a forced fumble and saving Kyler's ass on this one. But it happens. It's not a good throw. We'll see here from the other angle. It looks like it's Christian Kirk coming across the middle. He sees him. He tries to bait this linebacker. Tries to throw it on the between the hashes and try to split them. A good throw, puts it on the money where he wants it to go. But Landon Collins just makes a really good play. You see him come into frame here. I just don't think Kyler expected Collins to make the play. Collins jumps in, intercepts it, goes down, and sets Washington up in very good field position. I don't want to jump here. So we're going to have about 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Cardinal trying to get another score before the half. Kyler is going to look off the defense. So he's going to take the snap and take a quick glance left. They've been using these quick screens all game. They love getting the ball to Hopkins quick, letting him try to make a play after the catch. They're going to bait it here. Kyler's going to look left, and then he's going to immediately roll right, and he's going to throw another dime down the sideline. This is the most impressive throw I saw from him. One of the most impressive throws I saw all weekend across the entire NFL. So if you see here, he's quick look left. This linebacker bites on it immediately, as you're going to see. So this guy here, left of the hash, he's going to bite. Kyler's going to roll another quick pump fake here to the flat, and he just takes his time. He's hoping, so the throw here is going to be this safety coming over. And instead of throwing it on the run and being a little bit inaccurate, he takes his time to set, knowing he's got nobody behind him. I don't understand what this safety was doing. The safety might have been stepping up here in case this throw comes short. Which again, Kyler does a great job with his eyes, but this guy just completely abandons the deep ball and doesn't read it well at all. Kyler drops it right in the bucket. Christian Kirk calls it in down the sideline. If you want to look at it here from the other angle, end zone angle, you'll see again, quick head snap. As soon as he gets it, looks left, defense bites. He beats the edge rusher out, rifles an absolute beauty of a ball down the sideline. Kirk does a great job of hauling that in with one hand and tapping for the catch. Huge play there for Arizona. Another big one, helps set them up comfortably and helps them kind of pull out the late win. All right, this last play we're going to look at here. Kyler's going to run this ball. I believe it's a 21-yard touchdown run. He's going to drop back. It looks like it might be a designed run, but I don't think it is exactly. You're going to see he gets up the middle here, cuts in, beats Troy Apke, who has not looked good for Washington early on. I know a lot of their fans are high on him. He just has not looked the part as their deep safety. As you see, Kyler comes in here, gets a huge hole on the left side. He's got Kenny Drake and a few other guys, got receivers up the field now to block. Might have a hold there on 53. Kyler takes it up the middle, skirts, kind of breaks Apke's ankles, gets into the end zone. Easy touchdown. Shows exactly why he's an MVP candidate at this point in the season. Great young start, good fresh legs, able to do it with his legs. All right, the next one I want to look at, Justin Herbert made his debut for the Los Angeles Chargers. Didn't expect him to be the starter. He got the notification that he was going to be starting about 5 seconds before kickoff is what he said. Tyler Taylor dealt with some implications. They said he has like a kidney issue now, which got to wait for that medical stuff to come out. But Herbert gets kind of thrown out there. His first ever start, first ever NFL action. The first round pick this year. No big deal. He's just got to go out there against Pat Mahomes and the reigning Super Bowl champion. So a tough break for Herbert in terms of luck of the draw, but he made the most of his opportunity for sure. Went out there, had a good game. This first clip I'm going to show is his first really big gain he had. He's going to have Keenan Allen. He's going to come open on the left side, but he feels pressure. He's going to step back and just dump it off to his running back out of the backfield over on a little swing route. I think it's Joshua Kelly. Picks up like 35 yards on the play or so. I think he has equally enough, or equally as many yards if he throws this ball to Keenan Allen if he has the patience. But, your first start, you kind of feel things a little bit quicker. You don't want to make any big mistakes. He just dumps this off quickly, lets Kelly make the play. You'll see Allen in the bottom corner here. He has all his space middle of field, but he gives it to Kelly. Kelly also has plenty of space on his own, makes a nice play after the catch. Picks up a huge chunk of yards. This leads to the Chargers' first score of the game. Herbert, a little bit later in the drive, runs it in himself, 4-yard keeper. But yeah, if you see it from this other angle, you're not going to be able to see Keenan Allen come open. But you see him kind of step over this lineman's foot, dump it off, sees the guy in space, realizes he has a safety net, doesn't force things early, lets the game come to him, plays his own game. Nice execution there for the rookie. You love to see. Now looking back here, we're going to see Herbert's first touchdown pass in the NFL. He's going to look here. You're going to see the receiver up here, top of the screen, left side of Herbert. Safety pulls over. Looks like he's trying to bait Herbert on this throw. I think he's trying to see if the rookie can actually make a throw like this. Herbert's pushed back in the pocket. He's got pressure on his face on the right side of the hash from his own or from the 23. It's a pretty tough throw to make. Only thing he can really throw is back corner of the end zone. It looks like this safety is gambling and saying that Herbert can't drop this over his head but into the receiver's arms, which he's going to learn pretty quickly. Herbert does exactly that. So as the play develops, you see Herbert throws this, lofts it over this safety. Safety can't recover in time. Looks like he gave him just a little bit too much room. Not confident enough in Herbert's arm. Throws it, hits Guyton in the back of the end zone for his first touchdown pass. Beautiful throw. So we saw a lot from him at Oregon, myself included, I think. He always had the arm talent, had the live arm. Does a really good job of manipulating defenses, but he's just inconsistent with his throws, kind of makes some boneheaded mistakes, which we're going to get to here in a minute. But yeah, he withstands the pressure, stays tall in the pocket, throws it back corner of the end zone, hits him. Only his guy can get that toe tap right in the back corner. You're not going to see a lot of throws of that caliber across the league. I think there's only a handful of guys who can consistently make that, with the zip, the touch, everything like that. Very good arm talent coming from Herbert. Beautiful throw. And now this throw here, this might be the most impressive throw I saw. I know I said that with Kyler's, but this one stands out a lot. Los Angeles is at about midfield driving. It's 3rd and 10. This is a throw that is kind of set to try to keep their drive alive. And Herbert's going to see Keenan Allen coming across the middle. He's got pressure coming towards his face once again. Keenan Allen's a really good separator. This play, they've got 4 defenders really in the area. I don't know how Herbert gets this ball in. He drops it in behind Tyrann Mathieu, who's playing in the second level of defense. He drops back, can't quite make a play. Can't quite turn his head quick enough. Ball goes right past his ear hole. Hits Keenan Allen. He's getting hit on the throwing shoulder as he's releasing this ball. Stands tall, big guy in the pocket, throws it. I don't know how you throw that. It's a tight window, as tight of a window as it gets in the NFL. Drops it between the safety and the linebacker. Only Keenan Allen can get it, and Allen does a great job himself of just hauling it in and catching it through traffic. I know he became Herbert's favorite target right from the get-go. That throw right there saved the Chargers' drive, kept their offense rolling. I think not San Diego. I think Los Angeles gets a field goal out of this, sets themselves up for what should have been a win. Unfortunately, we're going to see here fuzzy with a rookie quarterback. So if you look here, we got 2nd and 2. Chargers are up 8, almost into the third quarter, the last 30 seconds or so of the quarter. A score here puts this game away in all likelihood. The Chiefs couldn't really get anything going on offense. They just needed one big play, and they get it here from L'Jarius Sneed, rookie out of Louisiana Tech. I think that's his second interception on the season now, so he's had a good breakout for them. But I mean, yeah, 2nd and 2. This is a play Justin Herbert just can't afford to make. He's going to take the snap. Reminds me a lot of Brett Favre in this sense of, hey, dude, just run the ball. He senses the pressure, rolls to his left. Now, if you look here, I mean, there's nobody. There's just this linebacker coming across. He can easily pick up the first down. He sees this receiver out here trying to break this way towards the end zone, and Herbert kind of forces things. He throws it off of his back foot on the run across his body and just leaves it up there a little bit too long. It's not the wrong idea. I think the defender closing in makes it to where you don't want to throw that ball, or the lack thereof, I should say, because he can easily run for it. But he trusts his arm, and I respect him for trusting his arm. He clearly has shown in this game that he can do it. He just underthrows it a little bit, leaves it up there. Snead makes a good play on the ball. It ends up being double coverage. Not a mistake that you want a quarterback to ever make. A rookie in his first start, you can certainly understand. That doesn't make it any easier to cope with it. In all likelihood, it probably cost the Chargers this game. And that might be why Anthony Lynn is saying that he doesn't have the job moving forward, but we'll see. But I think just a little bit too cocky, a little bit too trustworthy of his own arm, and he paid the ultimate price. Chiefs take advantage. All right, so that's the end of that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be back next week. We'll see what happens in week 3. Give a little bit of a recap, watch some more guys. Maybe I'll throw in more clips if I can. I know the audio might be messed up on this one. It was tough. First time trying to figure that out, but hopefully I get better. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we'll get back to it. But until then, see you guys next time, and then we will have our podcast out tomorrow.